Why do I cruise? Why do I cruise? Hey, why do you cruise? So I've been asked the question of why do I cruise all the time? So I figure I'd do a video, kind of say why I do. So without further ado, let's do 5 reasons why I like to cruise. Number 5, or the fifth reason, we'll go count down like people always like to do. So the fifth reason why I like to cruise is for rest and rejuvenation. I don't know about you guys, but when I take a vacation, I like to take a vacation and I like to just be able to rest and not have to think about anything. And one of the benefits of being on a cruise ship is you really don't have to think about anything. There's so many things planned out for someone to do. There's so many opportunities for you to experience on the ship that there's no, hey, do this at a certain time. Hey, you have to do this. Everything's done kind of multiple times, but also I don't have to cater to anyone or anything. I literally get to eat breakfast when I want to, eat lunch when I want to, eat dinner when I want to. In between that, either take naps or engage in some form of an activity, go off the ship, do an excursion, or just sit down and relax at a chair and just enjoy myself, or hey, even enjoy the spa. There's so many things to do, but I love the fact of having that rest and rejuvenation because it allows me to kind of just get back to myself before I go back to my regular day-to-day job. So the goal is when I'm taking a trip, I need to be able to have that rest, that don't have to think anything. I should think about so many things on my job all the time. To not have to think is one of the coolest things in the world to do. So that's one of the reasons why. So number 4 is kind of a sense of family. So when you're on a cruise, you like to feel like you're a part of something, or maybe any vacation you like to take, you want to be a part of something. So that sense of family is something that's very important to be able to sit there and honestly have someone that literally is your porter who knows your name. Hey, Joseph, how are you today? How's everything going? How are you feeling? How are you enjoying the trip? Is there anything we could do to make better? Anything you may need? It's just that kind of just sense of having people that know you, know your style, know your taste. So even before you come on the ship, they have all these questions that they generally ask you beforehand, especially when it comes to restrictions, diets, and things like that, that you need to be made aware of, that you need to make them aware of, so that when you get there, you're not having to think about it. So you have that sense of family, of inclusion and participation. I don't know anybody on the ship, and so these are not my friends and family unless it's the friends and family that I brought over. So it's kind of cool to actually have the experience of people that I don't know as well, and like creating a friendship, a bond between them, because when everybody's on the cruise, it's more of a chill, relaxed situation. So everybody can kind of just bond, enjoy themselves, and really enjoy the cruise for what it is, which is just to have a great time. And then you get that sense of family, of knowing this person, knowing where they came from, knowing this person, talking to that person and getting to know them. Or for some people, you don't have to talk to anyone. You could just sit there and just rejuvenate, like I said at number 5. But that sense of family when it comes to the crew taking care of you, that sense of family of like meeting people you've never seen before and engaging and having conversations with them, is always a huge plus for me. Number 3, it's an experience. I know people have a thing of, I want to go on a vacation and we go to Hawaii, let's say. So you're in Hawaii and you're in that one hotel for the full duration of the trip. Well, when I'm on a cruise, I'm going to Hawaii, but I'm visiting every island in Hawaii. Each time, my hotel room goes where I go. Therefore, if I decide to get off on Hilo, I can enjoy myself in Hilo, and the cool part is I get back on my in my hotel room and continue the trip to the next location of Honolulu or any place like that. So I love the idea of having an experience of being able to go to these different locations while my room stays exactly, within walking, not walking distance, but in that distance of being able to go. I don't have to like pack up all my stuff and then take it to another location and then unpack all my stuff, stay there, and then pack it all back up and then go to the next location. That's what a cruise ship does. Your whole building goes with you. It's on the water. It floats. It goes. So you have that experience to be able to just relax and just and experience all those locations and places all in that time period. Some people don't like how short it is, some people don't like how long it is, but for me, it's not about the longness or the shortness of it, it's the experience. And I love having a great experience of just being able to go to those places to actually enjoy myself. So that's me. I think I'm on either number two or one of them now. One, two, three, four, five. Ah, that's funny. I had six, so we'll just do five. But we may do an extra one in the end. But number two is being catered to. I did it a little bit in the rest and rejuvenation part that I talked about this, but the cater to is unlike anything you've ever experienced on pretty much any trip. I like the idea of having you have that number five, rest and rejuvenation. But what goes with rest and rejuvenation is the being catered to. When I'm sitting at the pool, when I'm sitting at a bar, when I'm sitting at dinner, they memorize what I like. They memorize what my style is. And before I know it, before I order my drink, they're like, "Would you like another drink?" Of what they remember from yesterday. That's the good cruises, the cruises that I go on. They know the style of dinner that I like. Hey, I think you might like this a little bit better than this. Here's our menu. Is there something else you may want? That's the experience I get when I go on my cruise ship. And wine selection, the drinking is something that is just amazing. So being catered to is something that's very different because some of us that get on a cruise, our job is to cater to others. And in my experience, the people that I've talked to in my field and stuff as well, where our job is to make sure that other people have exactly what they need. So to take a trip where someone's taking care of you, that changes the whole entire game for me because now I'm having an experience of someone taking care of me. Now that someone's taking care of me, I can kind of rest, rejuvenate, relax, enjoy the experience, feel the sense of family, see how it's all coming together to sit there and build that into it. So that brings us to number one, which is also safety. When you're taking a trip on a cruise, you want to feel safe. I like to cruise because I get all my information up front. I know exactly what I'm doing. I know where the ship is going, and I have OCD tendencies. You gotta say it. Either ADD, OCD, all those things kind of come into play when I'm doing something, and the more information actually makes me feel more comfortable and safe. But also just all the cameras that are on the ship, all the things that they do to make that place feel safety, all the regulations that they have that people can or cannot bring onto the ship, all those things come together to make an enjoyable experience. And for me, knowing that I'm safe at any place that I'm going to makes the experience 100 times better. And one thing people never really talk about on a ship or a cruise ship is just how safe they actually are. It takes a lot to actually do something bad to someone. I know you will hear a horror story of someone falling off a ship or this happened to that person or this person passed away, but 9 times out of 10, it's that own person doing something that wasn't safe that caused something to happen. It's never, hey, this other person grabbed this person and he had a big fight and he threw him off the ship and he after that fighter argument happened, he was like, "Who else can I take on?" And then he starts fighting everybody. That's not the kind of thing that happens on a cruise ship. There may be some incidents where certain things happen. I've seen some fights and things of that nature, but for the most part, to be honest with you, you're safe. You're safe, secure. Your items are safe and secure. Your family is safe and secure, and you can just really